Good morning from the Rolling Boil channel. This is your host, sis with the mostest, Nita Rose McCarthy. And, well, I should, like everybody else, my name should be longer, like Nita L. Colby Rose McCarthy. Put all that on for my name on Facebook. Well, it's been about 2 weeks since I started doing videos, and it all started with my need to get my dishes cleaned, because this is an old building. This is my sink, and it usually takes about a half an hour of running hot water to get the water hot. So I started to do a rolling boil, get my water in here, get it where it's boiling, but I'm still able to stick my finger in it. And then I bring it over to the sink, and I get out my rubber gloves, and I get that done. I get the dishes, I put on the gloves, I wash the dishes, and because you got water that's as hot as a dishwasher that way. That's why I do it. So that clicked in with me, that this hot water, so it cleaned things so well that I just started cleaning all my appliances with using the boiling water, and then I just started wanting to organize, and I said, you know what? I have so many things that I've hoarded over the years that I actually have enough to put a kitchen together. And so this area, I started here's my butter that's always softened. So we need that in my kitchen when I cook. And here's the stuff that Jim always uses. And I want to give you a tip. He uses a lot of garlic and onion. So I have the small thing over here, and I have the larger, to stock it back up in the other room. And I really don't have a place to put that stuff yet. So I want to talk about, if somebody thinks there's a lot of something, they use too much. So if they're small containers, he won't use so much. So a good example of using too much is the dish detergent, and Jim bought another one. So only one can be up here, because believe me, he'll use too much, and that will make me do some more bitching in the kitchen. I'll be so bitching. I'd still be bitching. So then, you gotta put stuff in different places, because this is canning stuff, and this is to keep the produce fresh, and this is citric acid. That's citric acid. And it's not a substitution for lemon juice, okay? I ruined a whole batch of stuff I was working on, and once that citric acid is in the batter, forget it. So this is out today. This is going to be, I have a bunch of canning stuff, so it's all going to have to be put out of the kitchen, and I will talk about kitchen substitutes once I get to that point. But as you can see, I have to, because I was a hoarder and had everything I owned in one space, it's going to take a while to just figure out what you actually use on a daily basis. So one of my hoarding things was this shelf, and I saved it because we have a chicken timer, and I want it to have a little roost. Yeah. Because that's the artist in me. It's really hard when you hoard because you can't throw anything away because you see something in like every single piece of things that you see. So this is the video diary. It's going to help me. So all day when I'm not working on this thing, I watch different YouTubers, and one is about the rice and the water thing, and you love on this one and you ignore the zero and you hate that one. And this one is like the zero. It's got like bubbly stuff on the top and it's kind of clear, and it looks pretty clear. And then the zero sort of looks similar, but it's got like these bubbles that are starting to look like eyes. It's starting to look like a beehive kind of thing. So we don't touch that one. And this one we hate. And this one doesn't have the bubbly things on the top. It's a little bit darker, and it developed this mark on it, right there. And I tried to make all the jars as close to the same as possible, and I couldn't get that streak off. So that's what that's about. And so every day just working on the kitchen, and I took all that down from the refrigerator, and it's great to see a space. Hallelujah, this is space. And I'm just gonna kind of keep it like empty for a while. And this channel has really helped Jim because he bought this bread box, and this color is actually underneath these tiles. So that's a good choice for this kitchen. And also when I talk about meditating by making the bread, Jim actually made 2 loaves of bread. It came out really good. So I think it helps your mental health to just start getting things done, okay? And then over here I have used my, well, this is a good place for the paper towels instead of up there where Singing Jesus was. Now he's on the other side of the room where, he should be over there, because I'm trying to, once you get this space with the things that you really want, you don't want to put the hoarding stuff in. You don't want to just, okay, everything that's in the living room, I can now put it back in the kitchen. No, you can't, okay? Because, so all the bowls have a place, and I can use this as a countertop now. And once I got caught up, hubby allowed me to go to Goodwill. He took me, and I got these measuring things. I really like them. For when you do those big batches, you have 12 and 14 ounce, like baking utensils. And then, hallelujah, I got the utility shelf. So my desk is on this side, and I put my I have my my filing cabinet, and then I have my big dictionary. And when you need to press something, I can use that book. And then this is a new roost for Tony. He gets up on that because he can see everything in the apartment now from that spot. He's like, I call him like my first matey. And then ignore this mess because you have to have an area. But believe me, all that stuff's not going back in the kitchen or over there where I'm listening to Dr. Caroline Leaf. She's a brain doctor and she's a psychiatrist. All the things having to do with the brain. So that's really interesting. And then, of course, this is the other side. So when you're decorating for yourself, like you have to think about the whole family, everyone that lives here. So a good tip is put the cat food where we would dine. So here's the table, and one day we're going to dine here. And so their food goes there. Now it used to be over here with that shelf. So it makes sense that their food bowls would be there, so I don't have to like kick it over every day. So my blunt mind is blown, y'all, because I still have to go through this whole cabinet here. It's just, that's another, like, it's like a whole new rabbit hole. So that's like an update. Since I started, I've added utility room. And now, for all those papers that I have to go through, I actually have a place to sit and sort it out. And I also have like a paper shredder. And then you have the trash cans. So instead of going through the whole apartment, we now have a place where we can actually get the work we need to get done. Okay? Lovely if you're with us, if you're with me. Like, subscribe, ignore. But I love you anyway, whatever you decide. So, hugs and kisses.